Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're constantly battling life? Like no matter what you do, you just can't catch a break or find true happiness? In the next 10 minutes, you'll discover the exact mindset shift that helped thousands break free from self-doubt and how you can apply it today. Whether you're chasing success, seeking peace, or building self-worth, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale might be the missing piece you've been looking for. Norman Vincent Peale, a Christian minister and author, spent decades helping people transform their lives through faith-based principles. As a pastor at Marble Collegiate Church in New York City, he saw firsthand how people from all walks of life struggled with fear, failure, and frustration. This book, The Power of Positive Thinking, came from years of counseling, preaching, and guiding thousands toward a more victorious way of living. The book provides actionable wisdom that have helped millions build confidence, overcome obstacles, and live with purpose. So if you're ready to stop struggling and start thriving, keep watching. Now here's the disclaimer part. Because Norman Vincent Peale was a Christian minister, many of the lessons in this book are framed through the lens of Christianity. That means you'll often hear references to Christ, prayer, and biblical affirmations. But let's focus on the universal truths anyone can use, regardless of faith. This is about self-development, motivation, and personal success, no matter where you come from or what you believe. Whether you connect with God, Allah, Buddha, Source, Creator, universal laws, or any higher truth that resonates with you, the lessons still work. The key is to replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones, in whatever way feels authentic to you, and to believe in your ability to grow and succeed. With that in mind, let's examine some of the key ideas that can boost your personal growth. Have you ever felt like you weren't good enough? Like self-doubt was holding you back from achieving your goals? Peale tells the story of a businessman who was facing the biggest deal of his life and feeling completely defeated before even trying. He was trapped in a cycle of insecurity, fear, and despair. His breakthrough came when Peale gave him a simple affirmation. "I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me." He repeated it daily. He replaced negative thoughts with empowering ones. He visualized success. And slowly, his mindset shifted. Here's the takeaway. Confidence starts in your mind. If you fill your thoughts with doubt, you'll get more of the same. But if you flood your mind with faith, through prayer, affirmations, and visualization, you'll unlock hidden potential. Next time you feel like giving up, remind yourself, "I've overcome before. I can do this." Belief is powerful, but it needs action behind it. Thoughts are like seeds. If you plant negativity, you'll harvest doubt. If you plant faith, you'll harvest strength. We've talked about how to believe in yourself, but what happens when doubt creeps back in? That's where mastering your inner dialogue becomes your secret weapon. A. Your thoughts shape your reality. Think negatively, and you create a world where failure feels inevitable. Peale shares the story of a traveling salesman who was stuck in a slump. Every day, he drove around thinking, "I'm going to fail again." And guess what happened? He did. His turning point came when he started using positive affirmation cards. While driving, he read statements like, "God is with me. I am supported. I am capable." These small shifts rewired his brain. His fear faded. His confidence grew, and so did his sales. Here's what you can learn. You must discipline your mind. Avoid little negatives. Phrases like, "I hope I'm not late," or "I probably won't get that job." Those tiny thoughts pile up and sabotage your progress. Instead, speak power into your day. Replace, "I hope it works out" with, "It will work out." Replace, "I'm not sure I can" with, "I know I can." Athletes visualize winning before they compete. You should too. In just a moment, I'll share a story about a man who reversed his entire life's direction with one powerful mindset shift. Life throws challenges at us all the time, but often we make them bigger than they really are. Peale tells the story of a man who asked his colleague how he handled obstacles. The reply? I remove them, then I forget them. That's powerful. This man had faced countless difficulties, bankruptcy, betrayal, loss, yet he never saw an obstacle as permanent. He believed in the strength of faith and action. Here's the lesson. Don't let fear inflate your problems. When you face a challenge, study it. Break it down. Then attack it head on. Repeat affirmations like, I can do all things which strengthen me. Visualize yourself overcoming the issue. Picture the solution clearly. And trust that with effort and belief, you'll push through. If you've ever started a fitness routine, you know the first week is brutal. But if you focus on progress, not pain, and believe you can improve, you'll eventually succeed. You can too. What do you expect from life? Success? Failure? Something in between? Peale argues that what you deeply expect, you tend to receive. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack belief. He shares the incredible story of Guideposts magazine. At one point, they were broke, discouraged, and overwhelmed. They were thinking, lack. Then, a wise woman told them, stop thinking lack. Start thinking prosperity. They began visualizing success. They imagined subscribers flooding in, lives being changed, and soon it started happening. Here's the takeaway. Define your goal clearly. Visualize it vividly. Expect it boldly. Use the phrase, throw your heart over the bar, and your body will follow. In other words, put your faith ahead of your fear. If you imagine the best outcome and act accordingly, you'll move closer to it every day. Just like a musician who visualizes a flawless performance, then practices until it becomes real. One of the most unique aspects of this book is its emphasis on tapping into a higher source of wisdom. Peale tells the story of a man passed over for a promotion. He was hurt, confused, but instead of lashing out, he turned to God. He started talking to him like a partner. He trusted hunches. He acted on them. And slowly, his situation turned around. Here's the key. Develop a daily connection with your higher power. It is consulting God throughout your day and believing that you're receiving guidance, wisdom, and strength. And when you do that, something shifts inside you. You gain courage, clarity, conviction. Think of it like having a mentor who's always available, infinitely wise, infinitely supportive. If this resonated with you, show support with a quick like and subscribe for more videos to turn struggles into strength. Next, we'll tackle one of the most destructive habits holding people back. Worry is a habit, and it's one of the most destructive ones we develop. Worry wasn't wired into us at birth. We learned it, which means we can unlearn it. He shares the story of a businessman who replayed his mistakes constantly. He couldn't sleep. His health suffered. His breakthrough came when he created a nightly ritual. Before leaving the office, he'd write down 3 things he did well that day and 3 things he learned. That small practice shifted his focus from fear to progress, from regret to gratitude. Here's what you can do. Treat worry like a bad habit. Replace it with faith. Empty your mind of fears. Fill it with affirmations. Surround yourself with uplifting content. Avoid conversations filled with negativity. Make a daily ritual to reflect on wins, not losses. Now, let's talk about resentment, anger, grief. These negative emotions can drain your energy and cloud your clarity. Peale offers a powerful remedy, faith. He tells the story of a man consumed by grief. He couldn't move past his sorrow until he started praying for peace. Another man struggled with anger toward people he disliked until he made a list of things he admired about them. It transformed his perspective. Here's the lesson. You can manage your emotions through spiritual practices. Pray for those who hurt you, repeatedly if needed. Talk to someone you trust. Ask for divine help in calming your temper. And remember, you're not meant to carry burdens alone. The last lesson is about building relationships with others. We all want to be liked, not just for validation, but for connection, joy, and success. Peale tells the story of a retired businessman who felt forgotten after stepping away from work. He realized he'd become self-centered. His turnaround came when he started focusing on others. He prayed for people, thought kindly of them, even found good qualities in those he once disliked. Here's the takeaway. Genuine kindness builds relationships. Practice liking people. Be easygoing. Remember names. Give others strength and inspiration, and you'll receive it in return. Drop a comment below. What's one negative thought you're ready to replace today? Which mindset shift are you going to try today? And which self-improvement books I should cover next? I promise to consider every suggestion. Now, let me share with you my 3 favorite and powerful quotes from The Power of Positive Thinking. Never think of yourself as failing. Never doubt the reality of the mental image. That is most dangerous, for the mind always tries to complete what it pictures. Your mind is like a GPS system. It will always take you to whatever destination you program into it. When you picture failure, your subconscious mind starts mapping the route to make that failure real. But when you hold an unshakable mental image of success, your mind becomes obsessed with finding ways to make it happen. If you feel that you are defeated and have lost confidence in your ability to win, sit down, take a piece of paper and make a list, not of the factors that are against you, but of those that are for you. When you're drowning in problems, this simple exercise becomes your lifeline. Most people obsess over obstacles, feeding their mind a steady diet of what's wrong. But champions do the opposite. They inventory their strengths, their resources, their advantages. Suddenly, you realize you're not as powerless as you thought. So focus on what's working for you and watch your confidence skyrocket. Always picture success, no matter how badly things seem to be going at the moment. This is my favorite one. Mental toughness separates winners from quitters. Anyone can visualize success when things are going well. But true champions? They hold their vision of victory even when everything is falling apart. When you consistently picture success during your darkest moments, you're training your mind to find solutions instead of excuses. Remember, positive thinking isn't about ignoring problems, but facing them with faith, confidence, and purpose. Start small, stay consistent, and believe me, you're stronger than you think. Why has this book sold millions of copies? Because it offers step-by-step system to rewire your thinking. Peale offers practical tools and techniques like prayer, visualization, affirmations, and intentional thought shifting. If you want to stop struggling and start thriving, pick up a copy of The Power of Positive Thinking. Apply its teachings consistently and watch your life begin to change. If Norman Vincent Peale opened your eyes to the power of positive thinking, then David Schwartz's The Magic of Thinking Big will show you exactly how to turn that positivity into massive results. While Peale taught you to think positively, Schwartz reveals how to think bigger, transforming your mindset from hopeful to unstoppable. Click on the small screen to discover the life-changing lessons that take positive thinking to the next level.